with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run with Geis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He's got it complete to Thompson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Here's Haskins. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Well, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Winston to throw it this time. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 45 yards. A first down throw for Winston. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. No.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back up. It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. A 9-yard touchdown there as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, they go with Barber again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Get ready.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jameis to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
To try again after the sack. Haskins, he's going to rifle one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston buying time to his left. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Jameis now on first down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Check. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's got Thompson here, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And it's caught. And he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. Final play of the half. It's Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 47 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
They find some open field here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 23 yards, the final tally. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Haskins. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Hopkins with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Still just a two-score game in the third quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. And they got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Ready, blue ready. Check 53. Check back.
Winston gives to Barber. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Once again, it's Barber. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. That one goes for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Buccaneer first down.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, black 22. Time to go right now. What tight end? Hey. You got three.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down. To throw, Winston. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
Ready, check, put back, watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. Gay's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Right there, 54 miles.
First and 10 at the
Haskins to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
24. Redskins 21.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Easy. 3 down.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Ready. Move ready. 3 down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 21. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important.